The Irishman, shot and directed by Martin Scorese, with the three most definitive actors for mob and mafia type movies, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino, is a brutal but very compelling and entertaining film to watch if it doesn't run just a little bit long, just a little bit sometimes. The movie starts in an interesting and compelling manner with a great first meeting between Pesci's Russell and De Niro's Sheeran at a truck stop. And he doesn't quite know who he is, but if there's one thing about De Niro's Sheeran in this movie, it doesn't take him long to get acquainted with anybody, and he quickly moves up the ranks of mafia hierarchy so that he can start painting houses and doing some of his own carpentry.
You're back in business, kid.
When Pesci and De Niro meet for the first time, it's like two long-lost friends who have spent a lifetime looking for each other are finally finding each other. A mob boss and his favorite weapon. And from there, the movie gets quickly more brutal, as you'll see from several clips that I'll point out from the rest of the movie, as most of it is pretty brutal.
That's him, right? Stay here, stay here.
The up-aging and down-aging effects that are used in this movie are generally well done and not a distraction, although they are easy to notice. When you see these older actors in Pacino, Pesci, and De Niro going around on screen being portrayed as younger in some parts of the movie and older in others, especially at the nursing home scenes. As long as these effects beat the low bar of Superman's beard in Justice League, it's easier to accept them, especially in the wake of movies like Logan and Rogue One that have done similar effects.
Come on, you're asking him for something.
That guy gets me nervous. He talks about things.
Just
that gets
take
me
it easy.
upset.
Take it easy. Everybody's here. Let's just have the fucking meeting.
When I was young, I thought house painters painted houses.
Since we've talked about the aging effects, both older or younger, for Pesci, De Niro, and Pacino used throughout the movie, I thought it would be a good opportunity to get into one of my few gripes with the film, which is, like everybody else, its length. I don't want to whitewash over all of the scenes that I thought were unnecessary because I'm not Scorsese and I didn't do anything to help make this movie, but you'll see scenes shot in nursing homes, or you'll see characters pulling over on the side of the road to have a smoke break, or mapping out how they'll get from Pennsylvania to Detroit, that I question why exactly we needed these scenes. Was he just trying to set the tone, or is there something I missed?
And in a place this small, this late, you might as well just get to work.
And the last thing I really wanted to talk about before I get to my grade and talking a little bit about these performances was these brutal action scenes that you see throughout the movie, and you get a glimpse into how these mafia families go about dealing with each other. And it's a thrilling look into a past age of Americana. I wanted to add that I really enjoyed how this movie gave us captions as to how some of these characters died in real life. I thought that was a nice add, and definitely made it a more complete movie.
Attending the president's funeral?
I wasn't invited.
You don't have to be invited. 1 million Americans will be there.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to check my schedule.
If you were to go and were asked to speak, what would you say?
I'd say, Bobby Kennedy is just another lawyer now.
I thought Ray Romano's character of Bill Buffalino was genuinely funny the few times he appeared on screen, and Jack Hudson's RFK was also quite compelling to watch the few times he appeared as well. And last but not least, Anna Paquin is given some time to shine, although not much. I think she did a good job in this role. And with that, let's go ahead and get to my final score for The Irishman. I'm going to give The Irishman a solid B+. I don't think it's quite one of the classics such as Godfather, Scarface, or Casino, or Goodfellas, but it's going to be very well received and remembered for a long time, and definitely going to be watched quite a few times on Netflix, as many articles have already said so. So that is it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Get it, Bombhead?